So, hopping on live, finally. Today has been a day of surrender. I'm trying to open up my sushi here. It has been definitely a huge day of surrender. Oh my god. So, we got hit with a storm overnight, which the power ended up going out at midnight. And I knew it right away, like that I went out, like even though I was asleep, I knew I went out around because I woke up at 4 and freezing. So the thing is, like, what happens is that when there's a power outage, my tiny home, like, the propane just, like, stops. And so, yeah, so, like, that was just, like, okay, power outage. I'm like, like, it shouldn't be too long. But I didn't know how bad everything was until I woke up, and it was, like, 7 o'clock because I had to drive to Nanaimo today. And I wake up at 7 o'clock, and it's, like, still no power. And I'm like, okay. Then I like look at the road conditions and the highway's closed. Like the highway to get out of Tofino is like completely closed due to like trees kind of like completely fallen because it was like freezing rain that happened. And our trees here are like they like to have like leaves and stuff, right? Like they're pine trees. And so they just like dipped and like fallen on the highway. And so now, we're waiting to see like, okay, when is the highway going to open, and like trusting, surrendering. And like, it was one of those things that we needed to leave Nanaimo, like to go to Nanaimo today. And so, we're just chilling, like kind of like literally like lying down, like trying to keep warm. And then at one point when I got tacos, and so we ate because we were starving. And then, we find out the highway opens at 5. And, oh my God, yeah, Kirsten, it was chaotic. Highway opens at 5, so we're like, okay, let's go, like, so that, we can get there as soon as possible. Because we know, like, we were hearing, like, the roads weren't going to be good, it's going to be sketch. I'm like, hey, like, let's just get out there, go slow, and take our time. So I get in the car and I'm like, we start driving. And so it's like raining like all the way to a certain point. And so the thing is, like, what happens is like the highway from Tofino to Port Alberni, like there's different levels of elevation. And in those levels of elevation, that's where you're going to find snow / and ice. But the lower elevation, if it's raining and it's mild, it'll just be rain. So on the way out of Tofino, like it was rain, it was fine. And then we get to the section where the trees were, and they hadn't cleared everything because, like, I guess it was just like there's only so much they can do, and they needed to open the highway because it's the only way to get in and out of Tofino. And my God, like, it wasn't so much that the roads were bad. Like, I just slowed down. I was comfortable with my speed. I wasn't sliding. It wasn't like, I was just going like 40, 50, like I was just chilling. But it was the trees. Like, there was literally like the trees were like overhanging the highway, and it was kind of like, holy fuck, like I'm just like going underneath this overhanging and afraid that it's gonna fucking fall. So like my anxiety is through the roof. And then there's some sections where it's like a turn, it's a very sharp turn around a corner, and there's literally like trees like in one lane, so you have to go in the other lane hoping that the other cars will see you and stop, to let you through, or hoping that you won't collide with anybody because you are just literally going around a bend. And there's like trees just like completely down, and it was just kind of like so chaotic. It was so chaotic. I mean, like this year alone, like the driving conditions I've done has been like a whole other level. And so, yeah, we made it safe. We made it safe for good. I'm now at an Airbnb because I'm not going to drive back through that chaos tonight. There's no way. I'll rather just like sleep, get a nice sleep, and then like resume the drive back tomorrow when it's like daylight, not pitch black, daylight. And then that way, like maybe I'll get, like, it's supposed to warm up, like tonight and tomorrow, it's supposed to get really warm. So I'm hoping that by then, like, it'll like at least melted, like the slush will have melted. Roads would have cleared up a bit, and it also gives time for like the crew to go in. And and like clear some of the trees. Yeah, no, I definitely like when I knew that we needed like because so Kirsten like saying she's like definitely choose a safe option to like stay in Nanaimo, and I knew like it was like kind of like the minute the highway wasn't opening and the delays were like, okay, like next update 12 o'clock, and then after that next update 5 p.m. and it was just like, okay, well, I'm not gonna drive back after, like there's no way. It was like there's enough like energy and stress going there, and I'm already exhausted, so to drive back like in exhaustion with stress with the road conditions and overnight, it's bad news. So now I'm at the Airbnb, I'm like chilling. It's like, yeah, about like 9:45 here, and yeah, universe is no. And I'm just like hanging out here. I got myself like a little snack sushi from like the grocery store. It was like the only thing that was open. I was gonna go to Subway, but like they closed early and then nothing else really open. So yay. So I got this like sushi snack. Gonna have that, probably just watch like a TV show, and then maybe just like stretch my body a little bit and do some yoga, just because I've been sitting all day because we were cold. So it's like the being cold, right? Your body tenses up normally, and then you're sitting already, and that's like discomfort. So like I'm sore everywhere, and then like sitting on the drive, stressing from the drive, I feel like my muscles are all like from everywhere, from like my thighs and my bum and everything. Like, so I'm definitely gonna like before bed just like do some stretches and just like chill. And then tomorrow I resume the trek back to Tofino. Good thing I don't need to rush to get back, so I could take my time and I could do a midday where it's like things are gonna be good. It's gonna be good. So that's my little update for today. Obviously, like I don't really have much of I don't have anything inspirational to talk about right now. I'm so tired, but I decided to just give you an update of my crazy day. So power outage. The power is back on in Tofino. And then obviously here it never really went off here in Nanaimo. So yeah, crazy day of surrendering, crazy day of trusting, crazy day of like chilling and like literally chilling it. And I think like I was even telling my sister, I'm like, I think like it was like meant for me to chill because I've been kind of going like go super fast. Like I haven't stopped in like the last like basically like week. I've just been on this like very fast pace go. And then I know in a couple of days, like on the 26th moving forward for the next week, it's also not going to stop. And so I think this is just like the universe being like, okay, here's a little breather. You're going to slow down, and we're going to give you no choice but to slow down so you can gear up your energy to be able to continue going. Power outage to embrace the darkness of the new moon. Yes, it was definitely, it is interesting, like how it all happened. Like the new moon in Capricorn, the sun is now in Capricorn. And then we got like Mercury shadow retrograde. Mars is still in retrograde. I believe like Mercury is in Capricorn. Venus is in Capricorn. Lots of planets are in Capricorn. So definitely. And it's also really interesting because it's like I've been on like looking on people's stories, and it wasn't just like Tofino that got the power outage. Like, and what I mean by just Tofino, it's like North American wide. Like I know there's some people like out in Ottawa that got a power outage, and there's some people in the US that got power outages from like crazy storms. So it's kind of crazy that it's all happened today. So I thought that was just like interesting, little food for thought. But yeah, that's basically it. I am gonna call it so I can eat my sushi, drink my water, and then do some yoga and go to bed. And I'm sleeping in tomorrow. Checkout is at 11, so I'm gonna take it easy. I'm gonna take it easy. Yeah, Kirsten, it's everywhere. Like the storm was like North American wide, but it was like different parts. Yeah, crazy. Thanks so much, Kirsten, for joining me, and I will speak to you all soon. Night.